Hello YouTube. We are going over Finals Day 1 for WRLA2. I'm currently live on Twitch, so if you're interested in that, check it out. This is probably going to be a longer one, we'll see. I'm probably going to go through each of the games individually and then cut the recordings off there. We have KBG EDG, so we're starting off with an actually good game, as opposed to, you know, a shit one, so that's nice. Interesting. Lee Sin ban, Senna ban, Eve ban. This is also on 5.0, so I'd expect like people not having settled what they want to pick and play. Like this seems trolled me. I sort of like this actually. I think Senna is like pretty good right now, especially like post patches where like she gets a lot of value off of her souls and not just base levels. So like she scales insanely well. Zoe, Gragas, Hecarim all make sense to me. The only thing that I don't love a ton is the Lee Sin. But that just might be more a 0-7-11 target ban. Not 100% sure on that though. You see a Kali lock in, they're going to respond with Ezreal. Let's speed this up a little bit because I don't want to fucking watch draft at 1x on if I have the opportunity to. Ezreal Kha'Zix block here is weird. I don't understand that at all. That makes fucking 0 sense to me. Like, I don't know what about the enemy team comps, like, that you would want to lock Kha'Zix at this point, because they just lock, like, two, like, kind of big beefy boys. I probably would have locked, maybe you can lock a tank here, I don't know. And that's, I think, the answer, because, like, Kha'Zix now has relatively no effectiveness. He can't assassinate a Kali effectively. Can't kill Renekton, can't kill Ornn. So this Kha'Zix is kind of piss useless here, and like does nothing. He's also sort of locked your Camille into top lane, and like locked your Ezreal into either mid or bot. So you're really like, it's a really sketch matchup. You also pinch yourself in the support pool for no fucking good reason. Like if they just ban Nautilus here, you're kind of forced onto the Alistar. If they ban Alistar, you're kind of forced onto the Nautilus, depending on whatever they want to do here, right? So they just go there. You kind of want to blind your support or counterpick support here, and then hold this for either your ADC or mid, so that you can force Anran, or well, he's already blinded, but you can make sure that you're forcing yourself to get a more comfortable matchup wherever you really want. It's probably going to be what? Bot, I guess. Bot or mid, depending on if you want to counterpick bot or counterpick mid with the Ezreal bot. Shen, like I like it. Again, they're just picking big guys, and then they just pick ADC. Sivir makes sense, or Zeri. Like you can really pick anything for ADCs here. Like you just at this point, like I said, like because EDG got super fucking greedy and picked Kha'Zix 2 here, when they had no reason to, right? You just see immediately response 1, 2, 3 bruisers that are really hard for Kha'Zix to kill. Can't really one shot them. Can't really one-shot a Kali either if she has Shroud, Ult, Stasis. Any one of those. Or Flash. Like, she's just impossible for him to kill. And, okay. So, they opt to put the Camille mid, I guess? That seems troll. I don't know about that. I feel like Vlad here is just really good. Or like a Catherine. Like, any sort of AP mid. And, like, if you're gonna put the Camille, like I don't think this is an intention of being a counterpick mid. If it is, that's a little cringe to me. And I think that you should counterpick top here. So like you should counterpick the Jax here, and then R5 you can like blind a Gwen or something, which I think is a way better matchup into a Kali, because you kind of force her to run into you, and Gwen really likes that. I don't really love this draft from EDG. I feel like it just kind of doesn't do anything. Like they don't scale. Like they do outscale if the game goes to like 20 minutes, I guess. But like even then, by that point, Sivir will have like 4.5 items, and so like they can't really do anything into the Sivir unless the Kha'Zix gets a big kill. But like the Kha'Zix are useless pretty early here, and like even if he does get ahead, like he can't really kill people once they start getting second items, tank items online, except for the Sivir. The Sivir also has spell shield, so if he does some like EQ, as long as she's timing the Q, she can block it, and so it's really hard for him to actually kill there. And then, like, I think that the Ezreal is just, I mean, he's nice, but, like, he's not going to be doing enough damage. Same with the Jax. Although I do like the top lane matchup. Like, I expect top lane to have push. So I don't know why 0711 is pathing bot. What are we looking at here? Green runes, courage, alacrity, bloodline, alacrity. Interesting server going brutal. We've seen some gathering storms. I personally prefer brutal here, I think. You're gonna get shoved by the Ezreal anyway, and so you want to make sure that it's not that bad. Ornn not going futures shows that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. There's no reason to go fucking water walking on Ornn. It's just objectively worse than futures because of how his passive works. Alistar, I think he's fine. Other than that, I think you're probably gonna want to go like. I don't love Kraken on Ezreal. Like, I understand it, but I don't love it. I think I prefer like a Conquer or something. I think you could even go First Strike in this matchup and like play for just a super hard winning lane. Although that's kind of hard with Sivir W, I think, to get procs off. Camille going Scorch. Do you really need Scorch against a Kali? That I don't like the Camille rune set. She's gonna lack damage in like the mid game, I think. Kha'Zix, I like. Yeah. I just this it feels really bad doing this to me. Cause like Scorch is gonna fall off pretty quickly, and like I feel like you're just gonna lack a ton of damage in the mid game. Also, I don't know why you're going Tenacity into an Akali with no CC. The only person that would ever gank you, like, is maybe the Shen with the CC. Like, I don't think it's that great for the goal here in terms of what was going on. So double Raptor or double Krug start. I don't know why they're starting Krugs. Like, this is the fucking weird thing with junglers. Like, they just fucking randomly change their starts. Like, it's still faster to start red on both of these. So, like, unless something has changed within the last patch, which nothing would have. Unless it's a timer thing, we'll see. But I don't see any reason to start Krugs here. Also, a lot of good the fucking Honeyfruit changes did. Double flash there. I mean, so what happens here? We don't really get to see a lot of this, but it looks like he just takes a bad trade. Maybe gets knocked up by Ornn QE. Or, well, no, Ornn has W, so he can't knock him up. Wait, does he use W here? Am I trolling? Yes, he has. Maybe he just gets stuck behind a pillar and then Ornn gets W, he gets knocked up. I don't know. That should never happen, to be honest, whatever is going on down there. Like, it's, especially on an Ezreal lane. I understand that, like, Ornn can be really oppressive in lane. I was able to run some 2v2s with the team yesterday, and, like, Ornn, I think, is insanely oppressive after, like, playing it. But, like, this is just... What the fuck? Wait, what? He uses W, though. So this is Q. That's E. Oh, he hits 3. He hits 3 off of that. I'm just trolling. Yeah, so he just, like, you can't, especially early, you can't try to trade off an Ornn when he has QE up, because this is what happens. Like, you're going to get stunned, he's going to be able to proc Font of Life, and then he's just going to out-damage you. And, like, especially with the Sivir Ricochet going all around, like, he just can't actually do enough damage. That also could have been worse. Like if Orin gets the brittle out of there, the Ezreal is probably dead. So 2 zombie ward stacks for 0-7-11, something to keep track of. Wave's also pushing into KBG here, so yeah. ADG is into a bad time. They're just gonna stack Wave against him. Aaron's getting vision, so they're gonna know the jungle timer. That's 3 zombie ward stacks. In the meantime, there's been 1 kill. Keep telling me how Eyeball Collector is better. Thank you. Oh no, he missed a CS. How did KG get so far behind? Did he just take a bad recall? It's probably the wave, actually. So Yo is gonna have a move here. He's just gonna place the same ward Anran does on the opposite side. Yeah, so it looks like KG missed a little bit of XP. Not enough for it to matter, I think. Okay, this is interesting. Because like normally at this point, old patch ADCs would be right. Like this is the impact of the new patch coming in, right? Level 6, level 5, level 5, level 6. We saw top lane a second ago. They were both 7. I think mid lane was 7 as well. This is the impact of the new patch we're seeing coming in, where gold economy is going to be down because 20 less gold on siege minions, and XP economy is going to be down for bot lane because they're playing shared XP. Personally, I think that this is just another buff to tanks, because like enchanters really want base levels, and tanks don't necessarily want base levels. They want like base items more. And although like you did lose 20 gold off of the fucking cannons, like you're now only technically losing 10 gold because you got half of it anyways as support. And so it's like I think that they're in a very good spot because like they don't necessarily need base levels. They just want their full kit online. They just want 5, and so past that they're feeling pretty good. What the fuck is this icon? Okay, so Shang is gonna take a recall lane swap. So will the Renekton, it looks like. We'll see if KBG opts to contest here. It looks like they want to fight for the Drake. I think they're either stronger right now or they have a better team fight. I mean, it is kind of weird because Ezreal's pretty weak actually. Like, not having fully stacked Triforce or Muramana, or like a Sheen item, means that he doesn't actually do that much damage, and like Sivir's sitting on way better components here, right? Like, this versus this, and then Longsword sort of cancels out here, Boots sort of cancels out here. And so, like, I think you're really a fan of where the Sivir's at versus where the Ezreal is at here. They both have Flash and Exhaust, so I think it's pretty even there, but I understand the logic for contesting here. Looks like we're also going to get a 5v5 handshake here. Looks like top wave should be pushing out. Bot wave should be pretty much cleared, and then mid wave's cleared right now as well. So, if KBG do win this fight, this is a pretty big snowball fight for them. Because what they can do is they can get Herald, and then they can shove top turret in, and then get a bunch of plates mid turret as well. Maybe get like 1.5, 2 turrets. Or 2 turrets worth of plate gold. So like they don't get the Drake, but the Drake isn't the important part here. The important part is winning the fight and killing the jungler, right? And so once they do that, they get the swing fight, and then they can actually just continue the snowball here. Xiaoma is fucking goofy. He is trolling. This is a troll flash. I don't think I need to explain why. Like, no team support. Like, ADC is just fucking solo. Especially when you know the Camille's there, and like, that is just, yeah. And then it like baits the rest of his team in, and they all die. It's also really bad because now Claw has respawn timers, maybe? I mean, he does have camps he needs to grab. Oh, he didn't spot the ward. It looks like they're just going to give it up. I think that's fine. Yeah, I guess it's fine. Because, like, you're still basically even. So, like, this is just a normal gold swing. It obviously sucks that they got Infernal. But as long as you can test second Drake, you're still in a fine position here as KBG. Because, like I said, once your tanks start getting full items, they're going to be a lot better. This shit is a mega fucking troll by the Ornn. So, yeah, let's start with that. Uu likes to fucking try to cook with his builds, but brother has never been in the kitchen in his life. Like, it makes no fucking sense to go anti-crit here. No one has built crit on this team. I don't know what 0711 is just eating autos for. Did he see him? I feel like he almost has to have seen him. Because he didn't pop ult there, did he? No. If he didn't see him, this is a little bit troll, but if he did see him, I guess he's just baiting? I don't know. Like, if he thinks he wins there, this makes sense, but I don't really understand the logic if he doesn't. Like, if he does see the caustics, I don't understand the logic there. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Wait, oh, they also don't get plates off of this. That is unfortunate, because the caustics wasted too much time here. So, right, because of the caustics, when does he get the Herald? He gets it 644. He doesn't insta-drop it, he backs instead. And then he goes down here, he clears camps, and then he drops it. But, like, because of how long this fight takes, he doesn't get plates, which is not worth. Like, you should have dropped it like 10 seconds ago. It's way more valuable. Plus, you got to consider new targeting changes, right? So Herald no longer will target small creeps. And so with that, you can just fucking drop it anywhere and it'll be fine. Especially because you don't have any sort of like ways to stop it on the enemy team. And so I think that what the Kha'Zix is doing is troll. Also, they do get mid-turret here, which I think makes it basically an even trade. When do they knock the mid-turret down? Just the Sivir fucking wailing at it when everybody rotates. They just dropped mid-wave too fucking fast. This is something that, like, I've watched a couple of APAC teams do now, and, like, it's, like, happening relatively consistently, and I don't understand why. Because, like, I thought we already had this, like, air quotes discussion, where, like, dropping mid-wave is almost never worth it. Like, look at what happens here. They get, like, what? They get 2 kills, and they get 1 kill. They get 1 kill, they get a turret. The enemy just gets a turret, but they also get 1 kill. And, like, in this time, what you did is, like, you dropped mid-wave and lost to the turret because you dropped mid-wave, when, like, you could have just traded 1 kill and then gotten the turret anywhere with Herald. Like, the Ezreal moving here, I think, is weird as fuck. And, like, it's happened in a lot of APAC games, too. Like, a lot of the G2B KTRY games, because I was going to go review that series, and then I started watching it, and I was losing my fucking mind, because the players have no fucking critical thinking skills to begin with. I talked about it a little bit on Twitter, but they were just fucking running it half the time. The answer is, like, G2B was just dropping mid-wave a lot of the time. And I was like, I don't see any reason for this. Like, staying grouped up is nice, but, like, if you're going to drop wave, like, shift your mid laner, or shift your top laner down and cover mid. 1 second, I'm going to drink. Right? There's my drink of water. But if you're going to, like, so, like, if you're dropping mid-wave like this, the Jax has push. Like, rotate him mid and make sure the Sivir can't get any sort of prio, like, and knock this turret down. Because this is way more valuable than whatever the fuck this is. I don't really understand the logic there. It does not make sense to me. Yomu should be for Ghost. What the fuck am I saying? Ghostblade. Zombie Ward should be fully stacked at this point for the K6. What the fuck is with this Camille? What is with her health bar? That's a spectator bug, if I've ever seen one. Yeah, so they go 1-for-1 for turrets as well. Like, it's not... There's really no advantage gained there, especially with Herald. So, like, although KBG lost a bunch of members at Herald, they already had a couple kills. They really only lost Drake, and, like, there's no advantage gained. Like, you can kind of see, like, he got the kills at the Drake fight, so he has an advantage. They got the kills early in lane, so they have an advantage. And Anran's died, like, twice, so he missed a bunch of CS, so the Camille has an advantage. Other than that, pretty sure the Cosmos just cleared more camps and got the Drake, so... Like, this entire thing is basically, like, a non-factor, and then you just see the Sivir with a fucking 1k lead, and you're like, ah, shit. Like, this is not going to be a fun game. Also, League of Plated, back again. Love to see that shit. What I'd actually like to see, and this might be a bit of a troll statement, is like I think the Ornn or like the Akali, basically people, maybe even like the Shen, people who have like alternative escape methods could go redemption. And so what I was theory crafting is that like the Camille drops her circle, and then you just drop like your circle directly on top of it, and then you can nullify any sort of the damage that they would do. But you also have redemption as like an extra blue trinket if you're behind and like want more vision. Like I think the redemption is just kind of fucking insane, and it's weird to me that nobody plays it. Even like similarly with Locket on supports. Like I understand it's not as good because you can't fucking Locket rush and just win team fights early. But it's weird because like a lot of people would like it's stout the fucking late game value of that shit. And yet it has not popped up once. Any other... Oh, the other thing about Locket Enchant is that it doesn't reduce your damage, so I've been theory crafting it about, like, I don't know, like a Garen Locket or like an Olaf with Locket, basically just any champ that can sort of do damage and then, like, play Locket will be able to do the similar things as with, Gargoyles if they don't have a ton of max HP. Okay, cool, so we're getting a 5v5 here. We see basically the group here, and then Anran on the side. He's matching Xiaozhang. The only other issue could be the Camille flank, but it looks like Xiaoma has that covered. So, we'll see. Or KG has that covered. I don't know why it says Xiaoma. Wait, what the fuck? Did the Camille not ult? So, what happens to the fucking Ornn ultimate? So, Anran gets knocked up. Shen they get on top of the Gragas. It looks like the Ornn ultimate just... Does it just fucking fizzle before he gets to it? I was playing a bunch of Ornn yesterday, and like, this champ is so fucking annoying. It does not fizzle before he gets to it. But like, his ultimate is so fucking weird. So they get the kill onto Xiaozhang. Does the Camille just not ult here? It's like she flashes, but then she doesn't ult. Maybe she was just trying to ult first, and then... Oh, it's spell shielded! Oh my god! Well, you just got fucking owned. Your team fight is over. I mean, obviously great work on the backlines here by Anran. Right, so when he goes down here, he gets the Shen ultimate on top of him. He goes in and just gets a bunch of AoE damage. But to me, the critical part of this team fight is the Sivir just fucking being able to live. Because, like, she's basically insurance here, where, like, if the Camille baby gets the Sivir, she can, like, collapse on this back area. And, like, there's a world where, like, Dad is low, Ooh is low, she's dead, and then, like, she gets these two, and then suddenly it's like, well, it's Anran 9, and maybe, like, KG versus the world. and you're not necessarily a huge fan of that, but like because the Camille isn't able to get anything here, that can just kind of rotate back up. They can force the Drake down, and then yeah, like they just get Drake, and then after that they're like, well, we're not gonna fight this anymore. We just back off. Playing for mid prio, the Camille will probably match bot here. It's insane that nobody's taken a top turret yet. Like, nobody's just sent it 4-man to the top turret, I feel like, which is weird as fuck. They got the Shen side laning because he has ult up, so they can't actually force. Goofy ass champ. And that's really about it. Okay, so Anaran, what the fuck? That's new for the overlay. They can't kill that. Anaran has Infinity Orb. I think he went Infinity Orb second given the timing. Because I think he did not finish Morello. So I think what he's probably going to do next is finish Rabadons, because there's no reason to finish Morello here. And then after that, you can like finish the Morello out if you want. So he's really strong right now. Ooh's pretty strong right now. Although Ooh did fucking troll his build by going Randuin's first. Like it's a very much a he doesn't understand what the fuck's happening in this game to go Randuin's, cause like name the champion that's gonna be building crit on the enemy team. Damn weird. I didn't hear you say anything. And so like that is fucking weird. It's just weird to build Randuin's in that scenario. Kha'Zix does end up actually building, I think, Mortal Reminder, because I saw a screenshot of items. Because one of the players was asking me, like, hey, why the fuck did Ornn build Randuin's? And I was like, I don't fucking know, bro. He's trolling. And that's the truth. So here's the thing. If you're going to do this, and, like, if you're going to kill Baron, why not, like, give shared XP or, like, give local gold more effectively to just, like, the jungler and the mid? Or like the jungler and ADC, and then like skip it on the top lane. Let's see what else. Oh, there's 5-manning top or 4-manning top. I mean, I guess it's more like a 3.5 with how like the Kha'Zix showed up, but they 3-man top, try to push out, and then Dat is just gonna grab Drake for free. And then they're just gonna shove in with Herald or Baron. I know I've been an avid Shock Blaster hater, and I still kind of am a hater of it, just like less so. I'm actually kind of a fan of it on Sivir because her attack range feels really small, and like I think that the Shock Blaster is nice to just be able to give her more range. Also, a guaranteed crit proc is nice for Navari. What the fuck is Shen doing? Why does he have... Why is he building into... So, first of all, he doesn't need to finish Thornmail here. It's not good to finish. Same with Sunfire. Like, you want to finish whatever this item is, and it better not be fucking Randuin's. And then finish the next two. Because, like, these two are, like, giving you the same amount of value if they're just components. So there's literally no change in effective damage. And so it's weird as fuck to do this. I like Anran's build. Like I said, I like the Sivir's build, actually. The Ornn is fucking trolling his build. It makes no sense. The Alistar build, I like. Ezreal build, as known, I like. I don't like Chempunk from Camille. If you're going to do it, just build the crit item and then build BT. And then just try to, like, take advantage of 50% crits. Like I said, Kha'Zix is going mortal here, so that makes the most sense. I think that I'd prefer this to be like fuck, what's the name of it? I prefer this to be the Executioners, especially because, like, you don't have to auto that much as Renekton, I think, to do a ton of damage. Like, it's nice, but you don't have to. And so, like, I don't think that the Jax is fucking doing that much with Thornmail. Or, like, he also can, like, right, like, he can time his autos, like, if he Qs, then autos, and then, like, E's, W's. Like, he can sort of avoid actually having the Grievous Wounds on him. I don't really love it. Am I PC brained? Does it fucking do Grievous Wounds damage only on autos? Hold up, we're gonna... Am I being fucking PC brained right now? Thornmail. What the fuck is this shit? Yeah. Like, you can avoid the autos. I don't understand why he's finishing. Or, like, buying the Thornmail versus Executioners when Executioners is just straight up better here. Or, like, you could even go fucking Oblivion Orb, like, and get more Magic Pen. Like, just play further into the Riftmaker. Like, that's totally an option as well. Renekton TPs, team fight for Elder. I think KBG are in a really good position here. Like, just look at how fucking hard it is for EDG to play the game. Like, they basically just took that team fight and they didn't get anything off of it, and now KBG will have faster back timers. And Anran gets to finish Death Cap. This game is fucking Jover. I mean, Camille's basically a living ward for more players there, which is really fucking funny. Yeah, their team fight is just so good here, because, like, look at how fucking hard it is for this Kha'Zix, and, like, who else? Like, the Kha'Zix mostly, but, like, look at how fucking hard it is for him to play the game. Because, like, all of the members that he can't fucking touch are sitting right on top of him. Like, the Kha'Zix is a fucking suicide pick. He doesn't get to do anything. Like, any sort of engage pick there is fucking suicide, or assassin for that matter, but... And then they're just going to get Baron Elder to end the game. Yeah, like, the fucking minions will do the work here. 25, 19, 10. Yeah, that's fucking game over. That's... EDG, like, lost that game in draft and when they didn't put Herald down and get plates. That's really the biggest issues. Like, that draft was fucking unplayable. G2B EDG. I know, because I have seen the results, that all the APAC teams fucking lose a bunch. And I am not going to gloat and say that, you know, G2B's run was a fluke and that it's not going to happen again. But I'm also going to say that if we see fucking 3 Miracle Smites into Baron flips again, then maybe it wasn't a fluke. But if we don't see that and they get knocked in the second round against EDG, who is not the same team, but like a similar core and idea and like same jungler to J Team, then maybe, just maybe, the J Team win was a fluke and they weren't actually that great. Now, excuse me as I take a sip of water and let y'all ingest that take. And then we're going to talk about whatever the fuck's going on in this game. Because it'll be a good one. Okay, what are we looking at here? We have... Actually... how long are we at? 35 minutes? Fuck it. I'll end it there, and then I'll start the next one for you. So, this will be part 1, and then part 2 will be right after this.